Hello? Hello? Hi? We back? Been stopping stream for like a million years. Cool. And yeah, it looks like delay is not so bad. Okay. And I gotta find an old lady to rob or something for a video card. It's the people they want fire. It's just me. I don't think anyone requested fire. You know what? Let's do like a dragon head or something. This has been a successful coffee cup. Good. Very good. Let's make sure we save it. Good. We've seen. Let's make a little dragon that can bite down on my chips. Excellent. I don't know. Yeah, what is your favorite dragon? Do you have a favorite dragon? Would it be like Sean Connery Dragonheart dragon? Would it be Game of Thrones dragon? Uh, Pete's dragon? I don't remember what Pete's dragon's name was. You're never into dragons? Okay, wait. Is there another mythical creature you're into? Because that could point me in a good direction. I always tend to go to dragons. What should we be doing? Do like unicorns are pretty cool. Werewolves are kind of cool. Kind of wishy-washy on the werewolves. Not big on fantasy. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I don't know you at all. Tell me more about yourself. What are you into besides techno, trance, industrial house stuff? Because I know that already. Not because it's not important. You like robots? I'm watching BattleBots recently. There needs to be more. There's never enough BattleBots. Hi Yag. Hi Yag. Nice to meet you. I'm Danger. You like shit posting on the internet? So a troll, you say? Well, we can do a troll until we come up with something better. Hmm. You know, troll sounds like fantasy bullshit to you. Thank you, yeah, that's a reality check. Okay. What do we do? Okay, Ear, what are you into? What's your favorite monster? Oh, stream elements, keep up. Yeah, I don't know. It's robots. Robots are cool. Uh, Marvin? Marvin the depressed robot from Hitchhiker's Guide? Maybe one of my favorites. I don't think I liked the big ball one. I like the one that looks like he's made out of tin. What is your favorite monster? It's hard, right? Pick anything from Norse mythology, and that's Ear's favorite monster? Really? I don't know enough about Norse. Maybe you could teach me more Norse mythology. I hear they have frost giants. And there may be rainbow teleportation bridges, alternate dimensions? I don't know anything. I know nothing. Maybe we'll have a troll. Why wouldn't we have a troll? Anything tankier? I like trolls from Dungeons and Dragons because they got this like regeneration, except for fire, so you would have to burn them. Maybe a little cliche, a little, but fire just feels right to like ultra generative effects. I may or may not still be missing an emote slot. Maybe that's what I should have been working on. I still haven't hit the perfect inspiration for the... Need some sort of laugh. I think. I feel like streamers say funny things, and I'm still kind of without a good response. Your favorite Norse mythology thing is the time a mean wizard tricked Thor into grabbing a giant serpent by disguising it as a cat and telling him he couldn't lift it. That is amazing. I don't think I've ever heard that story. Uh, what made him mean? Was there another situation that makes him mean? Because that just sounds humorous. I guess it's mean because Thor's the protagonist, right? Feels awfully specific as a favorite monster, though. Okay, so the favorite monster is a giant serpent disguised as a cat. That could be really cool. Oh, you think you wanted the serpent to eat Thor? Okay, that makes sense. I gotcha. Okay, so yeah, wait. What would a serpent that looks like a cat look like? Or something stuck in the middle? Kind of reminds me, not quite 100%, but a cockatrice? Supposedly a cockatrice is a snake born from a chicken egg? Makes it part serpent, part bird? And all stone. It's ugly. Oh, and that made everything worse. Imagine it like a sock puppet. I could see it as a sock puppet. I kind of imagine maybe like an in-between stage where it has lots of tufts of hair between like big scaly sections. And then it's mostly a long serpent, but then it has just like odd limbs hanging off the side. Yo, zombie, how are you? Happy Friday. What are you up to today? I am procrastinating, as you can tell from the title and the content. Verb, no problem. It's a cute potato, thank you. Thank you. I'll never be able to actually eat it. I'll have to leave that up to the wife. Good with a knife. Anyway. Yeah, so this is procrastination. I got some world stuff done though. Like it came. But yeah, now I don't know, I lost my motivation. It's gonna be a troll. I feel like it doesn't look like a troll anymore. I was too worried about it having human-esque proportions. I don't do enough humans. I should take some time to do more human-esque models. This needs to continue with eyes, I think. There's the key. This might be another project that we're never gonna actually end up finishing. Didn't I start a Cyclops? What happened to Cyclops? Tomorrow you get your 4090, or you'll get murdered. I was about to say that I'm a bit envious, but I think I'm gonna retract that statement. I wish you well. Please don't get ripped off or stabbed or shot or blown up. Not that any of those are in your control. But yeah, wait, what are the deets? How much did you get a 4090 for? It's a bit too cheap. So it's probably either like burnt, right? Probably burnt out, or I don't know. Someone really wanted to get rid of it, and people aren't paying enough. It actually kind of makes sense. It's kind of high end, and it probably is hard to resell it anywhere near what you pay for it. Oh, what did I do? I do. Okay, and then some eyelids and straightening. And I really don't work on enough humans. Dude wants to sell it for 1.1k factory sealed. I wonder if there's an exorbitant restocking fee. 1.1k is still kind of graphics card ballpark price. Okay, this eye's way too big. Good enough? Usually you start at 1.4, 1.5k. I mean, are they actually selling at that? 1.3 is the cheapest you've seen. But yeah, okay, so if you're gonna buy it, would you get the most expensive? I wouldn't. I'd probably be at 1.3, and if I wanted to sell it or return it and the restocking fee is over 200, then I'm almost willing to just go to a person. It might be legit. And that model goes online new for 1.7. Just make sure you open the box before you give him any money. I guess it's unreasonable to be like, hey, can I see this card running? And then can I physically take it out of your system and put it in the box that I will leave here with? I think that's what I would want to do. Fake cat snake. It's like a really weird idea in my head. We might have to try that. Box will be opened. It's even a 2-hour drive there. It's also tomorrow. There's a chance, maybe not a big one, but there's a chance that he's going to find someone to pay more between now and then. If it's anything like our Craigslist. Yeah, sometimes it's ruthless. I want to give him one of these, like, tucked brows. Yeah. Yeah. Just like that. You're going to be on the road for half the day tomorrow. Oof. Deleted the listing shortly after, and he confirmed that you show up a few hours ago. Yeah, I hope it's not a serial killer looking for his next victim. You'll be my prayers, zombie. I mean, I'm sure you have friends there, but if you also want to, like, message me at a certain time, otherwise I contact some sort of pre-planned police, I would do that. I would do that for a friend. But I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Oh, out of curiosity. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah, out of curiosity, any site updates? Those things are pretty safe here. It's only risk of getting scammed. Very low risk of getting hurt. Okay, cool. Am I the only one that thinks about? So America has a statistic. I don't know how indicative it is of just like regular population distribution, but I think there's something like there's like 25 active serial killers in the U.S. at any one time. But you know, obviously, active investigations. They're not talking about it. Like they can say that there are, and that obviously they're trying to do something about it. But man, that statistic. Hope it's a made-up statistic. Cause yeah, just think what would the German numbers be? Like the population's lower. It's kind of a thing. Hmm. Sorry, not to freak you out, but I guess this is the topic we're on now. You think we do have a few serial killers, but you're not sure, but you're not up to date on that. That's probably good. Yeah, hopefully there's not many. The one real piece of solace there, which I don't know if it's good or not, is that I think there's like a portion of serial killers that are working like elderly angles. Like it will be a problem for us one day. But for now, I think there's a. I assume it's easy, right? If you're one of those people, you're going to be looking for people in a vulnerable place where people don't ask questions when you pass away. Just have the hunch. Also, the wife listens to lots of true crime podcasts, and that seems to be one of them. Your nose is maybe too high. If you don't work the lips, it's gonna be weird. It is weird. I should save this. Yo, Goob, how are you? You'd like to not be serial killed? I guess it depends on their MO. But yeah, in general, I want a swift death that happens, you know, without me knowing it. Not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Yeah, hi Goob. We're on weird topics today. How are you? How's your Friday? With a bit of luck, stuff just rolled off the back of a truck someday and someone found it. And he found it. Yeah, hopefully. And I need to find some of those bouncy truck part GPUs. Chad, I would like to not be serial killed. Might want a bigger audience to say that into. Streamer will hang on now. Well, you know, I mean, it's just true for me. Like, I think about it every once in a while. How would you want to die? Like, a lot of things are just like slow and painful. Sickness sucks. I'd rather be serial killed than, you know, sick for months. But you know, serial killer, if you're out there listening to me, can we just schedule it, please? Hey, Liv. How are you? Man, I'm bad at chat today. Also, would not care to be killed by a serial killer no matter what. That's fair. That's reasonable. For the record. Totally, it's on the record now. I will let all of the serial killers know. I don't really have contact with them though. You may update your delete browser deadman trigger. Does it just delete a browser? How useful is that? You don't want to be killed either? Well, that's good. If we could just have people raise their hands when they're ready, I'm sure we could just have a much more copacetic victim serial killer relationship. Doing good? Getting back to it? That sounds good. How is the bot going? I've never tried to make a Discord bot. But now I'm interested. Now that Liv's doing it. You know what I mean? Yes. I mean, yeah, you shouldn't be telling me your, like, name and address, because I'm still technically a stranger on the internet. Even if I claim otherwise. Getting back to it now? Cool. You streaming it? I don't know when we're ending, but I could give you a raid. I had fun chilling with you yesterday. Lurking but live? Cool, cool. What am I building? Today I'm procrastinating. I don't know. Someone said troll, and I started going towards strong features. And I have no idea where we'll end up. I mean, there are two big cases in the last 30 years you know of, both not really serial killers. One had a girl for 20 years in the basement. Excuse me, what? 20 years in the basement. And the other one met up with people for eating each other with consent. Okay, I've heard that one. I have heard that one. Really interesting. Wasn't there a misunderstanding? I remember, we're not going to go into that, but actually a really interesting case. So yeah, in Unity we're doing Mecsim. I think. Give me a second, we can load that up. We're doing a little bit of world gen stuff. So not quite the game path, but un moment, we'll get booted up. The girl story was bad? Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. Anyone being held captive. I don't even have to say consent, right? I just, held captive says it all. Definitely not good. She made it out in the end and wrote a book. Well, at least she got some of that book money. Yeah, I don't know. That's what it takes to get that book money. No, thank you. I don't need to be published. The consensual eating, meh? What do you mean, meh? Sorry, I think I've heard some detail about it. It was a bit disturbing. So the initial thing of like, oh, someone, you know, put an ad out to be a cannibal, and someone responded to the ad. That's fine. Once you start hearing the details, and again, I don't think I want to go into the details on stream. That's not the most pleasant of topics. Yeah, it ended up going weird. Weirder than you would expect. If they agree with each other, go for it. I think the problem is that they oh man, am I gonna get into it? I feel like I'm gonna get into it. Okay, so like the problem from what I understand is that it wasn't as quick as one dude expected, and I don't believe it was a whole body thing. I think it was a specific part that they expected when severed, the guy would die pretty quickly, and he survived. Like, completely survived. Really messed up. Does chewing your fingernails count as cannibalism? That's a good question. Kinda? I mean, they're cells that your body purposefully killed off by oversaturating with keratin. But they're still cells, and they might carry DNA from you. Actually, is self-cannibalism a thing? That's not a thing, right? Your stomach is constantly digesting parts of your... Well, I think your digestive system is constantly digesting parts of itself. And you may chew on the skin too. This is also true. Yeah, there must be something in cannibalism where it can't be yourself. Okay, maybe the eyes are too big. Man, if it was a 3rd edition troll, they had very squared off heads, and they had like... Yep, that's the troll. Done. Actually, wait, no. This is what we want to duplicate. Good. I did that. Check that off my bucket list. That's live for sure. You'll ask the GPU guy tomorrow. That's good. But you don't want to be seen as a serial killer. You never know how he'll defend himself. We should probably mirror this soon. And the lips. Why won't I do the lips? Not into cannibalism? Pretty normal? I would hope so. We could be friends. We can get together and talk about how we eat chickens or something. Never people. He can defend himself by throwing the GPU box at you and running away. Well, yeah, you'd probably like dive on the ground for the GPU box, right? Be like, no, my frames. Yeah, because you're not gonna last around cannibals. Too thick. Oh, yeah, it'd be the toothpick. The barbecue will be lit. Man, I love a good barbecue, but I like to know where the meat comes from, and hopefully it's not, named. Like barbecue, like pig or a cow. That sounds good. I want some barbecue beef or chicken. I could eat a lot of chicken wings. It's okay. It kind of looks like a dude. Or lamb. Oh, I love lamb. Lamb's really good. Some rice ribs, burnt ends. Hmm. Man, Liv, you got me hungry now. Wonder what dinner is tonight. Last night, the wife made chicken sandwiches. Really good. Like honey mustard sauce. Man, that's so good. Okay, so when we hang out, we're gonna have a barbecue. No cannibals allowed. Sounds good to me. Actually, I don't think I asked. What is your Discord bot gonna do? Or is it just connecting to Discord for now? Because I know you said you were gonna branch it off into something for you and something for your boss. We have not played with too many Discord bots. It sounds like it could be cool. Oh, a ChatGPT type of bot. That's cool. How are you gonna get it to not be racist? I'm always interested in that because every time I've seen them try to clean up a chat bot, it always ends up with being like uh, very extra, with being too nice. You have to ascertain what he wants specifically. Okay, that makes sense. Clients speak a whole nother language sometimes. You want to make a girlfriend bot with subscriptions? Interesting. So you could actually like sign up and she would like talk to you regularly and tell her about her fake day. Then sell it out. Sounds like a good hustle. Yes, but it's you as a bot. I mean, that's fine. That could be fun, actually. I mean, I have a wife. But I'm sure other people would have fun. Give it voice training. That is really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried about doing the voice skins and having people be able to like mimic my voice to make me say whatever. I already feel like if you took one of my VODs, you could probably cut it up to make whatever sounds you wanted me to say. A little terrifying. Guess I'm glad no one's done that yet. OnlyFans prices will plummet very drastically in the future. I wouldn't be so surprised. It's definitely a bubble, right? So you're gonna use your own? Someone already made 75K. That's insane. You have sexy voice? Is money in sexy voice? I want to do sexy voice. Yeah, I don't think I have a sexy enough voice. I don't think I can. I wouldn't pass muster. I'd have to make a beefcake model. I could do that. We could start with the deer guy I did, who is a bit thicker than maybe I meant to make him. It's interesting. See, as an experiment, since you're learning and building it, I mean, it sounds cool, and you're on the cutting edge. It's the perfect time to do it. You think the market might not be big enough for sexy guy voices? But what do you know? Are you serious? I think that's actually a very large untapped market. There are so many streamers, male streamers, that I see getting hit on, and maybe it's wrong of me, but I'm making the assumption that a lot of the people hitting on the male streamers are men. Like, I feel like you don't even have to have that orientation, and you could still make money off of people that are just interested in you. I feel it. Chilling in the stream, so many streams of people that like be like, this is a very average looking person. Not ugly, just like an average looking person. People being like, OnlyFans when? OnlyFans, feet pics please. And like, really? I feel like it's only half a joke. You haven't put on pants in a week because of the heat wave? Does that count? Definitely. You just need to describe that in your sexiest voice. Some guys can make a boyfriend bot. Been trying to get this guy to make a boyfriend bot. It's true, no cap. I might have someone with a voice for that. I just need a small finder's fee. But that could be legit interesting, actually. Especially if it's not lewd, right? I want to keep things a little bit on the wholesome side. Why I'm not usually doing, like big boob thirst trap sculpts. Tell me would make the perfect boyfriend bot. All talk without getting to touch. Sounds about right. Yeah, sure. I like it. Thirst traps, simple messages. $1 a day. I mean, that's less than your Starbucks coffee every day. Automated. It sounds like a good business. I don't know if I have the voice or the looks, but maybe the personality. Maybe I could just be a kind, thoughtful, considerate husband, and everyone would love that. My wife seems happy. You're diabolical? I mean, you say diabolical, but there are people that actually, need some sort of companionship. But okay, so the diabolical plan I came up with a friend recently in stream uh, was doing a kids show on YouTube because kids, once they like something, they'll watch a YouTube video like hundreds of times, right? All you have to do is make something that the kid will just keep pressing repeat on. And I don't want to put trash out there. I feel like it's easy enough to make something that's not trash for kids on YouTube. And then just watch the money rake in. Normally you would find that kind of manipulation and game with people totally disgusting. I know what you mean. There's definitely an aspect to it that could be really predatory. But I think we're also at a point in society where, like, I don't know, we have some numbers that support that some people might need some, like, relationship supplication. Those people know it and want that. So, about the same as cannibalism in your book. Fair. You read something recently about some girl that set up a bot and charged people to use it specifically for that. It sounds cool. How do I get my piece of the pie? I don't know if I can, though, without, doing what Liv's doing or being morally ambiguous. Or maybe not even ambiguous, just morally wrong. For the record, I think Liv is doing it the one pretty legitimate way. One of very few. Gotta admire the genius behind those people? Exactly. See a need and they fill it. Humans are sad beings? Yeah. Really sad in your opinion because there's a market for it? It's true. I mean, America's all workaholics, right? So, like, what time do you have for a relationship? And there are definitely worse things with multiple businesses. Worse things. Yeah, okay. You're doing it as you're a content creator. Exactly. People are signing up for a service that you're providing. They just use 2,000 hours of content to model the bot. Oh, why not? Gotta make money it's market for. How do you train it exactly? Would you have it like maybe a transcript of one of your streams, and you would just feed all the text data in? There's a fairly famous case some years ago where the FBI busted a guy who was sending fake romantic letters to a lonely man, and some of the men actually defended it in court because they needed the companionship so desperately. Huh. That's kind of. That's legit. That kind of reminds me, there's a skit on Mr. Show with Bob Odenkirk and David Cross. It's like so old. But there's a skit of like a guy losing a bet to his friend, and his friend's like, okay, you owe me phone sex hours. And someone overheard him doing the phone sex hours, and he got really famous in the skit. Bob Peterson, the phone sex operator that knows what men really want. Hello, this is Candy. Get adapt. Love letter stuff was going on long before the internet was invented. Okay. So it's just in there with like the mail away chess tournaments, right? You're trying to figure out. Is there going to be a visual aspect to it, or is it just going to be typing? I could see both being good, or maybe having like a splash screen or something, so they get an idea of who they're chatting with, but then you never need to show visuals. Man, graphics can get expensive. I think love bots will make a lot of people very happy in the future, so that's nice. Yeah, I can agree with that. Still missing the mechanics, but that'll progress too. Yeah, just fantasy. On the other hand, wouldn't totally rule out that one day people will start cloning beings to be their partner. Okay, so I had a weird idea that might go kind of hand in hand with that, but I kind of think if we go not even that far in the future with the like AI assistants, you're going to bond with your AI assistant in a way where it will understand how you communicate better than you will be able to communicate to other humans. And we're probably going to end up having a situation where we are very intimately connected with our AI assistant, and the AI assistants will communicate with each other because they can translate us to us better than we can actually communicate with each other. Because we can just, if we use a word in a specific way that someone doesn't, that can all be covered up. You can just translate it to a word that's more conducive to what you actually mean. So yeah, I would not be surprised if there's just like a breakdown in most human interaction. Like Facebook was the start of it, right? A social media platform that actually keeps people on it but connecting with each other less. Timeline fits. Use existing content. It's not bad. I'm sure there's tons of existing content out there. I think Zombie was showing me tons of existing content if you needed to have visuals for your stuff. People go the bot route instead and recycle it sometimes. Cloning is scary. I think there is the stuff that allows you to just clone people now. You can almost create a person based off clippings of someone else's writings. That might be the most scary. That the stalkers could be practicing on a fake you. We're really living in a sci-fi dystopia? Kinda. I don't think it's dystopian, fully dystopian yet, but yeah, we're on the way. You can't quite fathom that? I mean, I can. I can. Just like the fact that I don't use any word for function other than function. I don't like method. I don't like, I don't really use algorithm. You know? And like, if I was talking with someone that did, my AI would probably translate that into a much more specific, granular word that someone else uses, knowing that I just group things and that through context it could be understood. You figured out after you got catfished by a guy. I am so sorry. Found the real guy and discovered people rip him off. And they create fake profiles. That's interesting. Where did you meet the catfish dude? People rip him off hourly? That's so interesting. Like, I kind of get catfishing from a role-playing standpoint. Like, you're too shy in your own body with yourself. You find yourself uninteresting, so you make up something else. I kind of get it. Right? Because then you have to remember all the lies. Same time. That's weird. Probably gonna have more of that going forward. Oh, TikTok DMs is guys on Instagram. His IG profile gets ripped off whenever he posts. That's crazy. I know 50 profile copies of him after running the fix. Like a Google reverse image search. That's amazing. What do we do? How do you fix that? We're in such a weird place as a society. I don't know how to fix almost any of our problems. You guess they set Scrapper and it goes to S3 and then creates a profile there. So they have legit bots creating profiles of this guy. Or do they just scrape anything? They're probably just looking for guys with enough followers and just making random bots of them. Yeah, it's weird. Whole world is weird. Like, as an artist, I have no idea what's going to happen. I do fully assume that artists are going to get steamrolled by Mid-Journey and Stable Diffusion, and all of a sudden there just like won't be artist jobs anymore because you can create more content when you just shove it through a machine. It's getting kind of too good too. Yes, no, not really. Is too much free content. Oh, okay. Tried to reach out, but the real person never responded. How do you know it's the real one? Because it happens to have the most up-to-date content? Yeah, I wonder if they just get too much. But he can copyright and send DMCA, but is there a problem where you can't find the people to DMCA? Or there's like too many to actually send out? Linked and thoroughly researched? Maintenance NFT and make money. I'm trying not to do NFTs. Like, if NFTs weren't tied to crypto and really just like needing lots of hardware costs, then I'd be totally into them. They'd be fine. But yeah, they're just kind of scammy. But I do get a lot of people asking me to do, well, I had 2 or 3 people ask me to do NFT sets. It's overwhelming as a company. How do you generate so much content? Butts. Why do I have a hard time with butts? Okay, so we're not symmetrical anymore. Let's fix that. Polygon would be the lowest cost, but right now crypto things are rocky. Shoot consistently. Yeah, crypto seems to be just the biggest scam. But we live in the scammy times. Everyone's debating everyone about everything. Content is hard and overwhelming, yeah. Yeah, consistency in content is, I don't know, I've found it very difficult. Think like, oh, you know, while you're creating content, you'll come up with stuff, but you don't, actually. Or you're creating weird content, where you're not actually thinking about what you're making. Especially doing a lot, yeah. And like Jazza. I don't know if you know Jazza, the YouTube art dude, but so much stuff. He's burnt out so many times too, but just like, how do you come up with stuff to do years and years of content, multiple videos a week? Oh yeah, burnout is real? Yeah, it is. Yeah, burnout's just way too easy to do. And then recovering from burnout, that's also a challenge. I haven't found a good method of that yet. Besides just working on something different. If you have any tips, I'm listening. Self-care? Oh yeah, I'm terrible at that. Unless it's food. I'm good at eating food. Organized projects? Hey, that's a great idea. I should probably get better at organizing projects. Maybe just taking time to actually do it. Thanks for the tip. I'm gonna try that. Plan projects and ascertain platform strategy. Use Notion to plan. Okay. It's probably my problem. At least with my game, which is what I get burnt out on the most, honestly. I'm not planning. So that probably is my problem. Or like very little project management. Or ChatGPT for ideas. That's not a bad idea. I don't think I want to pay for ChatGPT, but I think there'll be a point where like better ChatGPT will be more regularly available, hopefully. I'm hard up. The contracts are just kind of starting up for me again, which means it'll be a while before I actually make any money off them. Use it to brainstorm. Yeah, it sounds like a good idea. I don't trust it for final work, but the zombie was using it to do lorem ipsum stuff, and the lorem ipsum stuff was like really funny and interesting. Who knows? Some writer probably wrote most of it anyway, but it's still content I wouldn't have seen. That's maybe the best argument for it. ChatGPT as like a search replacement. Free version is good. Sometimes it goes left, but you love it. It's helpful. Like a Magic 8 Ball? Okay. Should look it up. I've been avoiding it. I won't lie. I've been avoiding it. I'm afraid of the I don't know, coming like reckoning. I feel like most coders will end up having to use it in some respect. And I like coding. I like getting into my own problems and solving my own problems. The workplace of the future is going to be a much more boring place. I don't know if there's another option. I know I want to try Google Copilot. I'd like it to optimize. It would be cool to... I read an article about, is it DeepThink? The really big artificial intelligences. It came up with a better sorting algorithm that we had not discovered yet. Like, okay, wait. Computer can just make my code still function the same way, but be better, run faster. It's good. I want that. Describing a program to a computer seems like... You said rubber ducking? Rubber ducking seems fine. It can hopefully pick up on some context. Going from start, like, please do this. Make sure it has this variable that's going to do this. Make sure it gets toggled in this area. Create a field for the... Man. I don't want to be a manager. I don't want to tell people what to do. It sounds exactly like what it is. You have Copilot too? So helpful? Okay, so Copilot. Can you give it code that runs like functions but is not optimized and have it just, you know, reconfigure everything to get the same output but faster? Or should I just get better? It mixes with ChatGPT, you think? That makes sense. Yeah, I had someone push a script of mine through ChatGPT trying to make it faster, and it was the most unhelpful thing I've ever had. But I would assume Copilot being trained on code would be able to do it more functionally. Give less crap answers. Answers that I would get from like a sassy colleague. It's a Genie option in VS Code? Oops, I don't have VS Code, though maybe I should look into it. I use Visual Studio and I absolutely hate it. Microsoft cannot make a product for the life of them. Or a good one. They make tons of products, just, you know, bad ones that can be easily replaced. See, I have Visual Studio. It's just so bad. Does VS Code have... I think they call them chords. If I want to comment out a block of code, I need to select the lines in the code, and then I need to do Control E, Control C. And then if I want it uncommented, I need to do Control E, Control U. And I'm just like, I hate you. I don't hate a lot of people, but you are absolute fucking morons, and I really wish you guys would get out of pretending that you're professional tech people. Sorry, that was a rant. That was my baby rage. Yeah, I legit think they're bad developers. Microsoft is sometimes confusing. Yeah. You hate keyboard shortcuts? I don't mind them. They just need to be like, you know, one thing. You know, Control slash. And that will both toggle on and off your comments. That's all you need. And then all the formatting stuff in it, I can't even change it. So it always wants to line up all of my comments. So I can't put a comment at the end of a line of code and then the next line comment out that line of code, because that line of code is now going to be ejected all the way to the end of the previous line because the comments have to line up. And there's no way to turn that shit off. I absolutely hate them. It's fucking asinine that they put together something so freaking useless. Sorry, my rage is showing. Yeah, it feels like no one uses it. Not even in the JSON? That's a good question, actually. I usually don't have my JSON. I don't think I have comments in my JSONs usually. And they're usually like one line. I don't print them pretty with new lines and tabs and all that. Like in settings for the workbench, I can look at it again. It's been a few years, but I remember going on a complete tirade one day, spending half my day looking at what actual options they have, and the settings have nothing. They're bare bones, and the formatting is kind of all or nothing. The one thing I could change that made me kind of happy is, what is it? I got it so opening squiggly brackets are on the same line. Because I hate having an entire line for an opening squiggly bracket. That looks gross. Don't JSON waterfall? They can. I think I stripped mine of new line characters. You may need to tune your settings in the JSON for the workbench. A possibility. Oh, I love JSON. No problem there. I didn't know that there was a config file in JSON, so it would be cool to know that. Thanks, Microsoft. Just give me this dumb UI that doesn't have any options in it. I like kind of simpler things. I use Notepad++ for a lot of things because it's very comfortable. In Unity, I used to use MonoDevelop, which was really nice. And then they force switched everything in Unity over to Visual Studios. INI files? I could check those, but it does have a settings window. So why is the settings window useless? Why wouldn't they just be like, hey developer, go look at the INI file? Yeah, that might be the worst thing. Like, Microsoft makes deals to get their absolutely shitty products to be default installed on things. And it actually takes, like, oh man, his head's tiny. It actually takes work to go back to, like, a better solution. Do I make the head smaller? Without just scaling the body. Okay, completely ugly now. I probably should have gotten the proportions better first. My fault. The command palette in your VS Code may need tuning. Yeah, sounds right. Such a pain in the butt. I had an IDE that worked perfectly fine. And they switched me to this crap, which everyone's like, it's so good. It's like, how is it good? It takes forever. I can type faster than it can show letters. Everybody I know has add-ons for it because it's bad. I don't know. I need a pair of scissors and it's a freaking chainsaw. In your honest opinion, humble opinion, UI should display what the average user needs, and the more technical people can go dig through config files for more advanced settings. Like, for some things I agree. If it's an IDE, I don't know. Why is it too hard for you when you're creating an IDE, probably using an IDE to write a couple extra lines of code to put a checkbox that lets you turn off certain parts of your auto formatting? Instead of me having to dig through a file with, I don't know, is there going to be documentation in the INI? Or is it just going to be like raw variable names with an equals and a number that doesn't have a range? Like, I don't know. I don't disagree, but I do think in this situation, it's just bad. Keeps the idiots out mostly. Again, they should, I'm looking for like, make the thing pretty. Like, all the make the thing pretty options are just like, not even really there. They've been dumbed down into which theme would you like? The editor is like, do you want to format automatically or not? That's it. That's all you get. Get that they might have put an INI file, but then just, I don't know, don't put the other one. There's no one that should be using an IDE that shouldn't be, you know, there shouldn't be like different classes of user. There's no power user. If you're programming, you're programming. That's it. You should be able to like turn things on and off. Wasn't paying attention, food was stuck in your ears? That's fair. We're talking about IDs? Yeah. Screw that then. Perfect. Come on back to the Microsoft side. No. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Like, why does Visual Studio need to have a new version every year? Can someone answer me that? Why can't they just update a friggin' piece of software? If there's a bug, they should fix it. What? But of course, it's because they have to have features, because your text editor needs features. Money? Ugh. But like, it shouldn't even be like, almost everything I do programming is like free. Programming is mostly free. Art costs an arm and a leg. And you might sign your soul away. But like, I got into programming because it was accessible, and now it just doesn't, it feels less and less accessible every year. You update monthly? Really? Lots of extensions, man. I don't know. Other IDs, I think they have the features and they're built in and they work. I think that's kind of important. It's kind of weird that they just make a half-assed editor and then are like, okay, all of our users are going to make extensions that fix all the missing stuff. The thing that always gets me is just people are complacent. There's so many programs that's just like, this is great. People told me I would love this, so I love this. It's like, can you complain more, please? They're feeding you shit, and you're happy about it. You're in the trenches trying to get a job? It's wild out here? Yeah, it is. Especially now where they're just like, we don't need tech people. We're going to downsize everything. Oh, and ChatGPT exists too? Well, we can just leverage that. Who even needs humans? And we won't do anything socialist because humans don't deserve to live if we can't find them a job, which we're also taking away. I don't know. I'm getting into my rants. People are always talking positive about Rider. No. The fact that they're talking about Rider means that you're missing stuff. And yes, I know a lot of people that use Rider. You hate Python in VS Code? I have mixed feelings about Python in general. I feel like the idea, the principles behind Python are great. I don't know that I feel they stuck to any of them when they were designing it. Personal choice, like I would never put an underscore in my programming language. That's kind of whack. Oh, and then your constructor? Just double underscore, because that's so easy to see how many underscores are in a row. Yeah, let's just double it. Anyway, there's some really cool things about Python. Everything you download comes in form of VS solution. That could be problematic. Yeah. Wait. I don't feel like I get a lot of VS solutions, but yeah, maybe I'm just not. I'm in a nice, safe Unity environment, just also starting to burn and get lit on fire. I'd rather do this in JS. I like strongly typed languages, but JavaScript is at least safer than Python for me. Because again, yeah, Python's a great scripting language, but once I start needing to do object-oriented programming in Python, it's like a scary place to be. You just want something smaller, less feature bloated. Yeah, it's so true. Not using all that fancy stuff anyway, right? I will read my code, thank you. I don't need DevOps to be making weird graphs of how I connect things. That might just be. do some syntax checks and let me compile. Yeah. I definitely landed in Unity for a reason. Just wish it had a different CEO that was doing different things. OOP and Python is suck. I'm glad someone that uses Python says that. I had a friend that was like, "Hey, can you teach me like classes and stuff? Oh, by the way, I'm using Python." I was like, "Yeah, sure. It should be simple enough, right?" I like kind of got it, but man, I had more errors in that than I feel like I've ever had programming in my life. I should probably do more Python. It is super useful. Oh, and I have to say, if you ever have to do, well, I'm going to say AI stuff because AI has ballooned and has now absorbed some other categories that I would consider having been either less AI or more like academic AI. Uh, Python's just so much better with the OpenCV libraries and running trained models. Uh, Everything I've found in C# has just been so janky. Like some one individual trying to implement an open source project in C# all by themselves. And it kind of works, but everything's a little questionable. Whereas Python just seems to like, I don't know, it just does everything for you. That's what you're doing now? Cool, cool. I was looking at how to do like image recognition stuff, and I end up having to do a lot more in C# than I would have to do in Python. It's a bummer. Yeah, they really botched that. Playing Discord bot with Python. Oh. Yeah, I know nothing about that. Is it supposed to? Where does it run? I would assume at first you can run it locally, but is the goal that it runs on a server somewhere? It's connected to the Discord. So Discord has its own like Python compiler. I'm still confused about the interface. But you also have no obligation to teach me anything. That would probably be like a whole nother job. Honestly, one that probably wouldn't pay. I don't know what I would ever use it for or how I would make money off that. Without just stealing your idea, of course. Just need a Huggy Face and Python to give it function. Okay. You're going through the muck yourself? You'll share when you figure it out? Sounds good. You need the Python to connect to the Discord library and server. Okay, you know, that's starting to sound like what Coding with Strangers has been figuring out about the Twitch bot, is that it's mostly about using the Twitch library with the webhooks. Kind of interesting how much they provide for you already. Gotta train the model. That's fine. Do you have a big graphics card for that, or you just let it run forever? Less of a troll and more of a fake dude. Right, that's what the next challenge you need to use Huggy Face. Albert model? It's a free chat GPT based off Google's BERT/Baird. Cool, okay. Huggy Face. I should look into Huggy Face. That seems to be important. I wonder if I could make a Discord bot that would like repost to Discord the random things I send myself. Find interesting articles and then they just like molder in my email. If you have to use a larger computer, then you just go on AWS and launch an instance. Okay. Not too bad. I haven't seen the prices for that recently. At least used to be reasonable. I haven't touched that in like 8 years. Linux is the free tier. Hey, I'd probably want to go Linux anyway. I mean, I enjoy my Windows, but if I have to do something remote, why not go Unix terminal and some bash scripts? Old Microsoft might be free tier. Yeah, probably really vulnerable to bugs though. And malware. I don't know if I trust Microsoft much anymore. They've been kind of like, I don't know, being dumb for a while. The thing, not terrible for like what, hour and a half or something. Avoid Mac? Oh man, I always avoid Mac. Speaking of server and stuff, Sunday or Monday website? Sure. Or tomorrow late. You're late. Wait, what is your late? You're -6. Your late is my kind of midday. Are we talking about around now? This time tomorrow? Is that your late? They charge by the microsecond for Mac? And that's so Mac. Like, hey, pay $3,500 for a pair of ski goggles. Isn't it great? No games, no connections, but you get to see your calendar float in front of you. Your late is now minus 2 to 3 hours. So 2 to 3 hours ago. Okay, noted. Yeah, maybe tomorrow. I think I have some time tomorrow. Kind of getting there. Like this. Symmetrical. Depending on how your murder goes. Yeah, good luck with that. I hope it either doesn't happen or it's very swift, I guess. Need to start creating your own site now, too? Guess there'll be some functionality sharing. Fun. Hey, Catless. I was working on... Oh man, I forgot about it. I was working on World Gen stuff, and then I got to a point where I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, and I started random sculpt. And now I'm making... Started as a troll. Right now it's a dude, but it might end up being a troll again. And then, yeah. Liv, if you're still there, I was going to show you Mech Game. If you're interested, it's really early, it's really ugly, but I have it up. So, Catless, happy Friday. What are you up to? Anything cool? Working on your car, maybe? Or the mushroom box? Man, there's so many projects floating around. Okay, new game. If I have enough time, which I shouldn't, but I might procrastinate. If I have enough time on by Monday, we might actually have the world integrated. Even not like perfectly. Anywho, I will give you time to type. We also showed some fire on stream earlier, but it lagged everything and I needed to restart the stream. Didn't have time for anything, just got back. Did I know where you were going? I feel like I should have known this, but I don't, I'm sorry. Yes, mech sims, we're sitting in a mech cockpit. And we have fantasy creatures we get to shoot. Big buff deer man. Dramatic death. Yeah, computer's lagging a bit. A very weird angle to be playing at. Oh, come on, my aim. There we go. Kowska back. Still project free. Is that good or bad? Isn't that part of a song? Oh, we get cats. Nothing's running particularly well. You don't know, but you've seen a sticker that says "Big Fat Cat Back." That's interesting. I wonder if it has another connotation. And pick up the thing. Put the thing on. sparkly. So laggy. Yeah, that's good. That's it. That's game. It's ugly. It'll get pretty soon. Good. There was a time where we were playing every Friday. Now we continued it. Oh, Sir Mix-a-Lot, of course. Dumb Zombie. I guess I don't know all the words to that song. I was busy memorizing Clint Eastwood by the Gorillaz. Will it get pretty soon, or will it get pretty soon? As long as pretty is a modifier that means less than whole, yes, it will get pretty soon. But if it's a double word use, which is to imply more extreme, then no. It's probably not going to get more pretty. It'll probably just kind of pretty. Not pretty. Yeah, I'm going to go with not pretty. It is a car-related sticker. I don't get it. Is it a cultural thing? Does it have something to do with Europe or Finland or something? I think we do we have specific ones? We had the big fights about evolution versus creationism. So we have lots of stickers relating to that, I guess. I kind of assume those were more or less international, though. But I could see where they're a political thing. No, it's from States originally, I believe. My other car is a sex bot. I've seen those. I remember back in high school when I was playing World of Warcraft, there were like my other car is a insert World of Warcraft mount. My other car is like a nightcap. Kind of happy they died. They weren't that funny. Right along with the T-shirts that say, X descriptor does it like this. Like rogues do it from behind, or druids do it doggy style. I was never really fazed by that. Exactly. Yeah. A little too far. You know what? It was the time, and I was procrastinating doing anything useful in school, so why not? Way better than high school. It's a car turning joke. Exhaust pipe sat behind the catalytic. Oh, yeah, the catalytic is a cat back. Catalysator? That doesn't sound like a part I've heard before. Catalytic converter. That's a part I've heard. I don't know. Car jokes. Sorry. I don't car enough. Same thing? Cool. I know a thing. Hmm. I'm trying to think, is there a cool bumper sticker that we could do? I've never applied myself to the car sticker game, but maybe we should. Yeah, are you a car guy, Callus? I have some friends that are definitely car people. One friend spent most of his high school, like, souping up a car, and then he sold it, and I never truly understood. It was, like, the love of his life. But he sold it to try and trade up, and, I don't know if any car ever got as good as the first one that he juiced. No, I can't afford to be? That's real. That's real. I know how to drive a car. I enjoy driving when I don't have to be somewhere. But yeah, I don't want to drive if I have to be somewhere. That sucks. Finding a parking spot. Cars are just too much work. But what if one day we could 3D print cars? You wouldn't 3D print a car, would you? I don't know if I would, actually. I was gonna say, like, yeah, obviously I would. I don't know if I would. I feel like it might have the same chance of breaking down and killing me as, like, a self-driving car. Just one bad layer adhesion's all it takes, and all of a sudden you're on the highway. Too much metal you need to steal first. It would be really cool if at some point we could laser sinter like a car design that you make. So I'm sure the work it would take to actually make a car design. It'd have to be a modular base that you could put a different shell onto. Except if you could just pick up and put whole cars in there, clean up the neighborhood fast. That's not a bad idea though. Like if you could design a shell and it would do 3D vase mode, so it does like a single thickness, and then maybe laser sinter metal bits around a frame. No, you wouldn't do it to the frame. You would just do it and drop it on the frame, right? Yo, what's up, Toast? How's your Friday going? So that would be cool. If you could put a car in a 3D printer, what kind of things could you just 3D print right onto the car? That could be cool. I hope I don't dox myself by divulging this information, but we used to have, we used to call him the Chicken Man. There used to be a dude that would be in a glass truck driven around um, the area, multiple cities. Is it a toaster? It's a wave? Is it an underscore? Hey, be careful with underscore talk. Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry if days of the week mean nothing to you. I guess Friday is very meaningless in that case. It highlights the freelance lifestyle, right? Behind on work as usual. I am sorry, that sucks. They 3D print houses? I think I saw some of the early stuff. I bet it's gotten crazy though. It'd be a cool house. They do mean nothing. Yeah. You don't want to burst your bubble, but if you look up Chicken Man, you'll probably find way too many results. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, don't find me. But I don't know many places where there's like a truck. The whole back was glass. The whole back of the truck was glass. And he was in a lounge chair. It had fake grass on the ground. Around all of the panes of glass, there was like lights. It was so extra. Way too many to justify humanity's existence, at least. Listen, humans are around just to push chickens to their ultimate evolution. Clearly. You haven't seen one personally? It was around Boston, Cambridge, I think. So like a heavily populated area. Yeah, I don't know if it was international. I think it was just local. Huge talents. Sounds like a shaggy wagon from the 60s. That's a whole new take on voyeurism. But he should just have sunglasses, have like a bare minimum chicken costume. He was just a fat white guy in a like sunglasses and like a chicken thing strapped to his face. So good. Just perfect real life meme, you know? Not that you would know. Wasn't that a classic station wagon, the Shaggin' Wagon? Oh, like the wood panels. Those are cool. But no, this was like, you would expect it to be a Bud Light truck carrying just lots of beer, but no, it just has a see-through back. Yeah, maybe even a little bit more extra. Because we definitely have the cars that have like, from bumper to bumper, the entire thing has action figures glued to it. We have those. We have the ones that are like painted by like kids or something. There used to be one that was a giant Pikachu. You found the sticker? Okay, clicking. Oh, image girl. Why are you asking me if I'm over 18? Oh. Oh. Okay. Yep. I see where that would be eye grabbing. Really get your attention with that one. Okay, so if people are stepping up their bumper sticker game, we could do something, right? Dragons, goblins. Liv definitely needs one advertising girlfriend chatbot. That's the joke. I wonder if it's even a joke or if it's just another reason to put an animu on something. New from the creators of the anime body pillow. You can now weebify your car. Like never before. Put your favorite waifu or furry right there, where everyone sitting in traffic will have to look at them. Zombie out for tonight. Good night, everyone. Later, zombie. Oh yeah, we're probably getting to the industry. Probably not going too much longer. But yeah, I'll hit you up tomorrow, like 2 p.m. my time. You've seen worse. Oh my. Yeah, do people even do bumper stickers anymore? I mean, I guess there's that one. Does it have to be a joke? I want to get into this arena, but I'm also not super inspired by it yet. To wait for the perfect idea. Or Catless, maybe that could be your next project. What kind of bumper sticker are we gonna start slapping on cars? I want to straighten his legs a little bit, and maybe smaller feet. You know what they say about guys with big feet? This guy can't wear pants. That's what they say. Stickers on cars? You don't know? Mostly they don't fit. Okay, so that totally inspires me. We should have stickers that you can put on cars that make it look like you're seeing a window into, let's say, a time machine. Cars are kind of boring, kind of like too obvious. I don't know. Time machine kind of goes into like hacky bad tattoo territory. There might be something there. Yeah, cars maybe aren't the best place to advertise things that you're into. Not like you're gonna start a conversation with the car behind you, right? Or maybe that's it. We need to make the Doxy bumper sticker. Write your phone number on it so you can have a phone convo with someone in traffic. Definitely not a horrible idea that would backfire immediately. Oh, I take that one to the bank. Okay, and now smaller flippers. Most people don't put stickers on their cars. Those very special persons who do. You don't need to throw shade, but I think I know what you're getting at. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what the stereotype is, but yeah, it is a certain type of person. I don't know any other thing that goes with that. I might be lying. So the like my child's an honors student sticker, I feel like that's still somewhat popular. Maybe one of the more popular stickers I've seen, but I'm kind of in a place that has a lot of stuck up people like that. In that one case, it's the braggarts. It's totally the soccer mom braggarts. How do we appeal to soccer mom braggarts? We need to put on like wasn't there that daddy dating game? We could like make the characters from the daddy dating game. I forget what it was called, sorry. You hate a million stickers on slow car? And right. I've only had this once, but it was enough. I once got stuck behind someone that I know was driving on purpose very slow, and they had a political bumper sticker on. And I could not help but correlate that, like, because I'm in a blue state, and they happen to have red tendencies, that they decided in the middle of the night, when no one else is on the road, that they need to go 10 miles under the speed limit because they know that they're going to disrupt someone, and the chances of that person being blue in a blue state are really high. I just couldn't help it. Just thinking that it was just spiteful that someone, like, driving with a Trump sticker late at night would go purposely slow to mess with literally 100% of the people around them. I'll never get that out of my head. Bunch of +1 HP stickers, which will be kind of funny. I'm dying. That one's great. Oh, man. Some, like, stupid sticker that says, like, this sticker grants this car +1 kph or mph. And then you just have a ton of them all over. Sticker tuning is real. Instantly faster with brand logos. Oh, that would be good. I'd like that. This guy has a bit of a lean to him. Oh, that would be fun. I wish I was more of a graphic designer. But alas, I don't. I have art skills only for, like, 3D crap. I need a bored graphic designer that I can poke to do weird things. Man, I think if we did ever get, and not that I want to open this can of worms, but the UBI, the Universal Basic Income, I think the first thing I'd want to try and do is actually start, like, a small company of random freelancers that are already kind of, not making a ton of money. Just make it like a cool side project thing. Man, it's hard to ask anyone to do anything. Like asking someone to starve willingly. Speaking of which, I have a pro bono project I need to work on this weekend. Good job, me. Don't get any ideas, chat. It does not happen often. It has to be a really, really good excuse. Saving people from human trafficking level. Okay, maybe that's extreme. Couldn't you do it now? I could, yes. Maybe. If I have some contracts picking up, but yeah, in theory. Oh, Catless, you interested? It was less about me and more about other people actually not needing to hustle quite as much. I mean, what would be the thing that brings freelancers together? I mean, yeah, if freelancing was easier. But right now, freelancers usually on average need to spend, like, at least a quarter of their time trying to find new contracts. and then doing the contracts, and then trying not to get screwed by your clients, it's a lot. Taking even just one of those things off the plate, like having universal basic income, might allow you just a little extra time to get one less project. Or even if the projects were, so you could save and have a little extra. I think people have a problem with getting that much or giving that much. Again, I'm not trying to start the combo again. You imagine something like effective marketing and good gigs. I mean, that's true. All that takes a lot of work, though. And the good gigs you can't count on. You get what you get. I mean, I guess all you can do is say no. You can't just have new clients magically appear. Maybe someone taking care of the boring stuff. That would be nice. That would be nice. I've yet to find someone to do that. Or, I mean, the right spin on it would be finding someone that doesn't find the business boring. That's what you need. Someone to do the marketing, business stuff. I assume graphic designers don't want to be doing logos constantly. But maybe they do. I've seen some people. Oh my god, there's one person I see on YouTube Shorts, so I assume it's a TikToker, but she does like purposefully bad graphic design, and she'll redesign logos to be like early 90s style, like the worst of early 90s style, and then she'll explain why it's so much better. I love it. It's so cringe. Yeah, Catless, if you know anyone that wants to fill any of those roles, let's start a small company. I think the thing is, like, if you wanted to make a game company, you need to find a way to make a game that has some sort of income. And as soon as you have a game that's going to generate income, it's probably skeezy and you don't really want to be making it, / people probably don't want to be playing it. Tricky. Yeah, in theory, someday maybe, if I find all the right Power Rangers to connect our Megazords, or what have you, it would be dope. Yeah, also finding the right personalities to work with can be tricky, finding people that are, not that everyone that you don't like is a butthole, but like it's easy to find people that are not the type of people that you work best with. The bigger you get, the more chance that you're going to find someone that you don't jive as well with. Gotta keep it small. So here you're thinking, why would the freelancers want to stick with what's essentially forming into a company and they become employees? This is true. If I had more universal basic income, if I just had a lot of things taken care of, I'd actually love to just jump in on random projects. Like if someone needs a piece of art, just making the piece of art. Kind of what I was thinking. Maybe it's self-centered, but yeah, I would love to help people do stuff, but sometimes the people with the coolest ideas don't have the money to pay you. And the trick is if you don't need to get paid, right? Somehow you turn yourself into a vampire or some undead creature that does not need to be sustained. You're good. You're solid. You made it. Now you can do all the art. But I assume being a vampire takes like a whole crap ton of effort. It's a lot of rules. And you gotta like upkeep the blood sucking. Like, there's just no winning. Get born rich or something. Maybe you're thinking some kind of freelancers guild where the people keep coming back to pick new jobs from the bulletin board. I mean, kind of. Have you ever had theater kids just because they're theater kids, they're in the same place because they like theater, all like write and perform a play just for the fun of it? Because that's more what I'm thinking. It's like, it would be cool to just. Because again, freelancers are struggling. The lifestyle is a constant hustle. The people with the coolest skills that aren't tied down by their jobs as much. Because again, the office life is like, I'm not doing anything. I work and then I am lazy. Like, that's it. Why would I ever? I get paid from a jerk I don't like. Why would I do more work? That in the team it takes? Yeah, I don't know. I guess I do feel like freelancers have skills and freelancers are willing to work on projects. Whereas other people that are just into employment are going to be like, okay, are you going to give me money? And when you give me money, I'm going to put in the work and I'm going to leave. Not that I need you to be Elon Musk sleeping on the floor, but like I just want someone that's not applying for a job because it's a job. I want someone that has skills. I want to use those skills. Again, that's literally freelancers, and they advertise themselves as being such. Freelancers definitely are competitive right now. Somewhat because the jobs are kind of low, but still a community, right? You still need help negotiating, still need to know about new techs that are coming out. I like freelance. It's definitely competitive, but it also has an air of like, we would be screwed without each other. At least that's how I've felt. Like, even when it's about work and it's like, I don't think I would be the best for this job, but I could pass it off to somebody else. I would prefer to, yeah, give the project over to someone that I know can handle it. So in that way, hopefully, it's not super competitive. I don't know how many jobs there are like that right now. The whole job field is weird right now, right? Everything. Weirdest thing I think is tech bros, tech sisters, whatever you want to say. I don't care about any of the stuff. The people in tech getting canned is like really worrying. They were making the money. They were the supposed job security people of the future. Like, okay, so for almost 20 years we've been telling people to get comp sci degrees, and now comp sci degrees means so little. Insanity, right? And it would be cool to make an app without having capital, without having to be like, I'm putting this money down, I'm going to hire people. If you could be like, hey, I think we should make this happen, we'll do revenue split, but we need the time to work on it. And I think it can only happen in a freelance kind of environment. Games don't really make money, so you want to do it just because you want to do it. And then if it happens to make money, then it's sustainable. And it's 6:15. Crazy. I didn't even do hands. His butt's completely flat. Yeah, no one's swiping on Tinder for this guy. Okay. Let's wrap up. We've had a very successful stream doing some world generation stuff and then switching off to some fun procrastination. So thank you everyone for joining me. It's been a wonderful Friday. I hope you all have a wonderful Friday. Thank you, Grimy. Thank you, Bardiki, for the wonderful raids. Thank you, raiders that stuck around. Thank you, Catless, and Zombie, and Liv, and Ear, and everyone else that chatted today. Goob and Yag. Man, we've had a great stream today. Yeah, I hope everyone has a really great day. I hope to see you tomorrow. We're gonna raid... Liv, you still on? That's the idea if Liv's still on. Go hang out, watch some sexy bots get made. Cool. Yeah, everyone hang out for the raid. Should be fun. Yeah, have a great weekend. Have a great Friday. I'll be back on Monday between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope to see you then. If not, I'll see you when I see you. Have a great weekend. Ending stream. Bye-bye.